it's very important because, again, we want to be able to control and treat the air that you're breathing in your home.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Jared with 5 Star Home Services, and today we are with one of our awesome comfort advisors, Josh. Josh, how are you?
Great, man, great.
We got a bunch of stuff on this table right now. Today we're talking about indoor air quality products. So, Josh, what is an indoor air quality product, and what products are there that we offer at 5 Star?
Wow, that's a big question, you know? Let's take the first part.
Cool.
What is indoor air quality? So it's kind of like what it says, right? Inside the home, that's the only air that we really can control. I can't condition the outside, right? But what I can do inside is I can provide, adequate comfort with the system, but now I can have, different products to help you breathe easier, have the right amount of moisture in the air for you, which there's a lot of benefits to that, to you and the home. There's air purifiers, so filters, air purifiers, humidifiers, dehumidifiers. This is indoor air quality. These accessories that go to your existing heating and cooling system that improve the air that you breathe, and a lot of times can protect that system and help it last a little longer for you.
Okay, wow, that's definitely a lot of information. If a customer was interested in learning more about this, what would be typical signs that they would be a good candidate for an indoor air quality product?
Sure, so, I'll use an example for myself, the kids are young and they're going to school, they're going to these things and this kid gets sick, then this kid gets sick, then this kid gets sick, right? So what kind of filtration do we have in the home? How are we filtering that air? Do we have anything that's gonna kill any of those germs, any type of air purification? So, or dryness in the home, or excessive moisture in the home. So this is like, we want you to be comfortable in your home and you have the ability to do it. A lot of customers don't realize that they can add these different products that will help them so much in their home and really be able to enjoy their castle, the comfort of their castle.
So speaking of indoor air quality products, what is this product right here?
It's a great question, Jared. This is probably familiar to most people, but this is called a humidifier. This is a bypass humidifier. So it uses the supply end of the system as well as the return side of the ductwork to help add moisture into the air during the heating season. The furnace runs and it dries out the air inside. So we want to provide more moisture into the system to help get it to a safe, healthy level for you in the home. So there's a couple different types. There's a fan-powered, the bypass, and then there's also a steam-powered humidifier. So all for different reasons, based on your needs or the building envelope of the home.
Sure. So what is the common cost of a air humidifier and also some of the other products we have here?
Okay, so the humidifiers can range from $1,000 and up. If you get it installed with a system, you can receive some, discounts or whatever. It can be a little less expensive for you. But it's very important because, again, we want to be able to control and treat the air that you're breathing in your home, right? So the best way to do that is to have an adequate filter. Okay. And that's what these are. This is a furnace filter. The furnace provides the heating and cooling, realistically, because it's the main blower inside that furnace that's gonna work with the heating and cooling side, and even in between, right? To move the air through the home and provide enough air change to make you comfortable. So there's different types of filters. This is probably the most common. This is the, standard old school one inch filter.
I've seen this one before in my house.
Yeah, you go anywhere, you can find these at Walmart, grocery store, right? But here's the thing, it's rigid, it's got some restrictions here, it's 1 inch. It's not necessarily gonna be the best filter for you, but it still works. Having a filter in the system is very important because dirt kills. That's essentially how that works. Then you have a, somewhat standard of a box filter that we have here. It's a little wider, as you can see, so it's got more surface area to be able to capture some more stuff out of the air, do a little better job of protecting the equipment and then cleaning the air, right? So there's another version that's similar. This is an April Air filter. Now both of these filters would go into a specific cabinet, okay?
Yep.
But this filter is more of accordion. There's no cardboard in it. There's a seal on the top and bottom. You can see it's overcut on each end, so it's sealed. You know, this is probably one of the better filters for your system, but again, having a filter is very important and keeping it changed regularly. So filtration is huge, and there's different type of filters or air purifiers to help provide what you need.
Wow, that is a lot of information I never really thought about. The importance of just the air quality in general of my home and what we're breathing. So Josh, thank you so much for that. And everybody watching, if you have more questions about indoor air quality products that we offer at 5 Star, or want to know how we can better suit your home for ultimate comfort, just call 5 Star. We'd be happy to send one of our experienced comfort advisors out to give you a quote. Thanks.